number 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, yes ma'am, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Present, ma'am.
14,
Yes, ma'am.
15, 18,
Yes, sir.
19, 20, 21, 22, 22, 23, 24,
Yes, ma'am.
25, yes ma'am, 27, yes ma'am, 28, yes ma'am, 34, present ma'am, 35, 37, yes ma'am, 39, present ma'am, 46, 48,
Yes, ma'am.
50,
Yes, ma'am.
51, yes ma'am, 52, 53, present ma'am, 54, 55, 57, yes ma'am, 59, 60, yes ma'am, 62, 63,
Yes, ma'am.
65, 66, 67, 68,
Yes, ma'am.
69, 70, 71, yes ma'am, 72, 73, 74, yes ma'am, 75, yes ma'am, 76, yes ma'am, 77,
Yes, ma'am.
78,
Yes, ma'am.
79, 80,
Yes, ma'am.
81, yes ma'am, 82,
Yes, ma'am.
83, yes ma'am, 84, yes ma'am, 85, 86, yes ma'am, 87, yes ma'am, 90, 91, 6,
Yes, ma'am.
24,
Yes, ma'am.
27, 2, yes ma'am, 80. Read the poem Birches. So the poem Birches is a little bit different from the previous two poems. What are the similarities between the road not taken and maintained wall? Did you find any similarities between these two poems?
The dilemma of human mind.
Dilemma of human mind. You find it in both of the poems. In the road not taken, there is this dilemma that is very common. And also in maintained wall, there is also this dilemma and confusion. Who wants what and what to do. should they keep the wall or not, or whether it is necessary or not. There is this dilemma. And in both of the poems, there is man, there is nature as well. But in the road not taken and maintained wall, the nature is not the primary focus. We find men there. Men, their thoughts, their characteristics, their dilemmas. We find it in the setting of nature. In the road not taken, there is this food, these two paths, and also in maintained wall, there is mention of apple orchards, pine trees, which gives a natural setting. But in Birches, you will find nature. You will also find men here. But in Birches, you will find some romantic elements. So the title of the poem is the name of a tree, birch tree, which you will find in America. It's an American tree. Might be found in other continents as well. So, the speaker starts with, when I see birches bent to left and right, across the lines of straighter, darker trees, I like to think some boys been swinging them. The speaker mentions a specific tree, birch tree, and when he sees birches bent to left and right, across the lines of the straighter, darker other trees, and he likes to think that there is some boy who has been swinging them. Probably it's because of the winds. But to the speaker, it feels like a boy is swinging the trees. But swinging doesn't bend them down to stay, as ice storms do. Here you will find some images, visual imagery. You can imagine the birch tree. It's a long tree. I have only seen the pictures of birch trees, but you can compare it with birch bark when there is wind. So, but swinging doesn't bend them down to stay as ice storms do. So the trees, the long birch trees, they face the ice storms also. Because of the swinging, the trees are bending down. But when there is an ice storm, what happens? Often you must have seen them loaded with ice a sunny winter morning. During the winter morning, you will see ice on the tree. And how it looks like, loaded with ice a sunny winter morning after a rain. They flick upon themselves as the breeze rises and turn many colors as the star cracks and freezes their enamel. So, the ice on the tree, it looks like crystals, diamonds, shiny. So, soon the sun's warmth makes them shed crystal shells, like dewdrops. So when there is sun's warmth makes them shed crystal shells. The ice, it looks like crystal shells, shattering and avalanching on the snow crust. Such heaps of broken glass to sweep away, you would think the inner dome of heaven had fallen. It will look like the inner dome of the domes of heaven, they have fallen. It will look like that. It will look heavenly, something beautiful. Not only beautiful, something pure, the pure beauty. So, they are dragged to the withered bracken by the load, and they seem not to break. Though once they are bowed, so low for long, they never right themselves. You may see their trunks arching in the woods years afterwards, trailing their leaves on the ground like girls. So here is a comparison, simile that the trees, they look like girls on hands and knees that throw their hair before them over their heads to dry in the sun. The way the girls bend their body to dry their hair in the sun, that's how it looks. When the trees, the birch trees, they bend down. But I was going to say, when truth broke in, with all her matter of fact about the ice storm, I should prefer to have some boy bend them. As he went out and in to fetch the cows. So a shepherd boy, a farm boy, the speaker prefers to have some boy bend the trees as he went out and in to fetch the cows. Here you see, now he is comparing the trees with girls, and now the speaker wishes that it's some boy who bends the trees, whose only play was what he found himself. Some boy too far from town to learn baseball, whose only play was what he found himself, summer or winter, and could play alone. One by one he subdued his father's trees by riding them down over and over again. So the birch trees, those are his father's properties. His father's trees, by riding them down over and over again. The little boy, come in, until he took the stiffness out of them, until the trunks become flexible. That stiffness is gone. And not one but hung limb, not one was left for him to conquer. He learned all there was to learn about, not launching out too soon, and so not carrying the tree away clear to the ground. He always kept his poise to the top branches, climbing carefully with the same pains he used to fill a cup up to the brim, and even above the brim. Then he flung outward, feet first with a swish, the image, the scenario where this boy is swinging the tree. Here is a description. So, with the same pains you used to fill a cup up to the brim and even above the brim. Then he flung outward, feet first, with a swish, kicking his way down through the air to the ground. I think the scene is familiar to you, right? When there is three and the little boys that play the swing on the trunk of the tree, they try to bend it down. So it's very familiar. So was I, once myself a swinger of birches. And so I dream of going back to be. It's when I'm wary of considerations. And life is too much like a pathless wood, where your face burns and tickles with the cobwebs broken across it, and one eye is weeping from a tree having lashed across it open. I would like to get away from earth awhile and then come back to it and begin over. May no fate willfully misunderstand me and half grant what I wish and snatch me away, not to return. Earth's the right place for love. I don't know where it's likely to go better. I would like to go by climbing a birch tree and climb back black branches up a snow-white trunk toward heaven, till the tree could bear no more, but dipped it stop and set me down again. That would be good, both going and coming back. One could do worse than be a swinger of birches. So in this poem, we actually find nature. It's a description of the nature, natural elements, the birch tree, the winds, ice storms, and the little children's innocent play. So here is our speaker. Do you find any similarity between the speaker in Birches and the speaker in Tinder maybe? To some extent, right? So in that poem, Tinder Navy, the speaker is talking to the readers. He is not that kid anymore. Now he is a grown-up man. And he is talking about his days of innocence. So there was this grown-up man thinking about his bygone days when he was truly happy. He is thinking of all those memories, the happy memories. And here we also find another speaker. This is not that farm boy who is talking to us. this is the grown-up speaker, a matured one, an experienced one, and maybe he is reminiscing about his childhood when he was also a swinger of Birches. Probably he has come back to visit his childhood places where he spent days and times as a little kid, and then he saw some other kids, another farm boy who looks exactly like the speaker. So when he looked at that boy, he found himself. He found his younger self, and that made him remember, to recall all the previous moments of the happy memories. And the childhood days, those are the carefree days. So, have you read the poems of William Blake? Songs of Innocence and Experience. It was not a part of your syllabus, right? So, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Innocence and experience, the days of innocence. When you are a child, you are spending your days of innocence, and when you will grow up, those days of innocence will be over. Then the era of experience will begin. So that will be your days of experience, and there are differences. When you are a child, a kid, you will live carefree days. You do not have any other worries or anxieties of the world. You will not understand the real life, the reality. You will be busy playing with your friends, the other kids. So that's your life. You are too innocent. Those are the days of innocence. And when you will reach the days of experience, then you will miss the previous days, but there is no going back. But still, you have the memories. Here we find another romantic theme, that is escapism. We want to escape. When you are in your years of experience, now you have to deal with the world. You have to deal with all the worries, anxieties, tensions, all the problems, and you will miss the previous days, the innocent days, and you want to escape. So, you have read Ode to a Nightingale, right? There is one kind of escapism in that poem, transcendentalism. When you leave this world, there is another world, the Nightingale's world. So there are some similarities. There are some romantic elements in this poem. Just like the Nightingale's world, looking at the birches, which looks heavenly, the speaker feels like he is going back to those days, those heavenly days. This is another word for him. He wants to escape. So, when he says that, but I was going to say, when truth broke in, with all her matter of fact about the ice storm. So, as a boy, when he saw the ice on the trees, the tree trunks, it looked like crystal balls. Very beautiful, very shiny. He was mesmerized at the beauty of it. So that was the days of innocence. But then the truth broke in. The truth about the ice storms. It looks lovely, it looks beautiful. But a storm, ice storm, is not something to be happy. So when you will become experienced, then you will get to know the truth. Probably you will not find the same beauty in it. You will also, now you know about the harsh side also. So, when truth broke in, with all her matter of fact about the ice storm, but I should prefer to have some boy band then. As he went out and did to fetch the cows. Here you also find some similarities between this part of the poem and William Blake's poems. Songs of Innocence, The Shepherd Boy. You may also find some biblical allusion also. Christ, he was also a shepherd, right? And in the poems where there is biblical allusion or references, you will find a reference to lamb. right? So here, this boy, he's like that shepherd boy, that innocent shepherd boy. So some boy too far from town, as he went out and in to fetch the cows. Some boy too far from town to learn baseball, whose only play was what he found himself, summer or winter, and could play alone. And one by one he subdued his father's trees. So days passed by, and one by one he subdued his father's trees. He gained experience day by riding them down over and over again until he took the stiffness out of them. So he took the stiffness out of the trees. The question is, did he take all that stiffness in? Did he become stiff because of all the experiences? That's what experiences do to a man. You will become stiff. So, he is no longer that innocent boy. And then he learned all there was to learn about, not launching out too soon, and so not carrying the tree away clear to the ground. And then the description. So was I, once myself a swinger of birches. So our speaker now finds himself in that little boy. That once upon a time he was also a child. He was also a swinger of birches. And so I dream of going back to be. We do not know the exact reason why he wants to escape, what bothers him. The reason is not there. But it is obvious that he wants to go back to these days. It's when I am weary of considerations and life is too much like a pathless soup. Here we find some hints into what is bothering him. When I am weary of considerations, when he is weary of life, all the thoughts, he is weary of dealing with life, dealing with problems, probably dealing with people too. And when he is weary of everything, the world he is living in, then the birches and that little boy, they give him a sense of escapism. He cannot actually escape, it is not possible. But looking at the boy, looking at the birch trees, and how the boy is swinging the trees up and down, he can go back to those days. For the time being, he can forget all his worries, all his anxieties. So, the role of nature as a healer, we find it here. Nature has also that role. It heals your pains. It gives you peace, even for a while. So, and life is too much like a pathless wood. And when life seems too much like a pathless wood. So in the previous poem, the road not taken, we have seen that there is an extra route. You need only one route. That would have released you from all the worries that which route to take. But here you have an extra route. There are two routes. You choose one, and then you get extra anxieties about which one to take. And now, to this grown-up man who is full of experience, life seems too much like a pathless route. Again, the divine comedy, the dark wood. When the wood gets dark, you will not find the right way. It will seem to you that there is no path before you. You will feel lost in that maze, in that darkness. So when life feels like that, he wants to escape. Where where your face burns and trickles with the cobwebs. So when life seems like a pathless wood, it's dark, and your face burns and tickles with the cobwebs. There is cobwebs, it becomes dirty, broken across it, and one eye is weeping from the twigs having lashed across it open. I would like to get away from earth awhile, and then come back to it and begin over. So here, this poem has become modern. There are romantic elements, but the speaker comes back to reality. So, he wants to escape to the other world, which is full of happiness, which is beautiful, there are no worries. He wants to travel back and then come back to it and begin over. But he knows that he has to come back. He will come back and begin over. So, the trees, the boy, and all the memories, those things give him a little moment of, a brief moment of peace. You can compare it with another famous poem, the Bengali poem, Bonalata Sen. There are so many indirect references. Probably when Frost wrote the poem, he was not aware of the way we try to find the references from out of this poem. So, you find the similarity, that little moment of peace, that brief moment. We know that the peace will not last long. It will not last. It's just a moment when you will find peace. So, the memories give him that peace. And he knows that he cannot avoid the reality. He cannot avoid the real world. He must live in it. No matter how much he dreams of, but still he knows that he has to come back. Another similarity with The Lake Isle of Innisfree by W.B. Yeats. These two poems are too similar. Have you read that poem? The Lake Isle of Innisfree. So in that poem also the speaker wants to go back to the place where he spent his childhood days, that island. And he expects that he will find peace there. And there is this vivid description how he will live there. How peace will come in his little cottage. But then the last part of the poem, it becomes clear that he didn't go back. He is on the road of the city. And there is this hustle and bustle, this crowd, the sound everywhere. The crowd that we find in Mr. Baum's poem. That is the reality, that is the life. And there is no going back. But how you can give you some consolation? By traveling back to those days through your memories. Memories save you from all the harsh realities. So our speaker is like the speaker of that poem. That speaker regrets that he is still in the city. He couldn't go back. We do not know whether he will go back in future or not. We just get to know about his wish, what he wants to do, how he wants to escape from the modern problems, from all the worries. He doesn't like that city life, but he knows that he is still there. That is the life which he lives, and he has to live that life. And our speaker, he also knows that. So he wants to travel back, but then come back to it and begin over. So he will find that peace, that brief moment of peace. He will feel satisfied, and that will renew his energy to start again. May no fate willfully misunderstand me and half grant what I wish and snatch me away, not to return. So he also expects that he wants to go back. It doesn't mean he wants to die. So may no fate willfully misunderstand me. That it will take me back and there will be no return. It's not like that. He wants to come back, he wants to start afresh. And half friend, what I wish and snatch me away, not to return. And why he wants to come back? Here is also the answer. Art's the right place for love. So this poem is not actually that pessimistic. It's full of optimism. You need a reason to live. You need a reason to endure all the harshness of life. There must be something. So Earth's the right place for love. You have to come back to Earth in order to live. I don't know where it's likely to go better. I'd like to go by climbing a birch tree and climb black branches up a snow-white trunk toward heaven till the tree could bear no more. So he would like to go by climbing a birch tree. He wants to climb a birch tree and then climb black branches up a snow-white trunk, the snow-white trunk where you will find the white snow there, toward heaven. When he will reach that top, he will feel like he has reached heaven up in the air. Till the tree could bear no more. But then the tree, when he will reach that top, definitely the tree will bend down because of that burden, because of the speaker and his weight. So till the tree could bear no more, but did stop and set me down again. So when you will reach the top, you have to come down. That's the natural law. That's the law of nature. So it's not like you will reach the top and you will stay there. Automatically the tree will set you down. That would be good both going and coming back. One could do worse than be a swinger of birches. So this poem, it's about nature, it's about memory, it's about innocence and experience, happy days, some sense of escapism, and the acknowledgement of reality, going back and then coming back. It's also about life. In Frost's poetry, we'll find life, the real life, human life. If you want to talk about reality, you have to talk about life. And the tree, you will reach the top and you will come back. And the swinging of the branches, that is the ups and downs of life. And you have to face it. When you will reach the top, you have to come down. And then you will start again. You will come down, you will start afresh and you will start climbing again. So there is a comparison. It sounds like a simple game. There is a little boy, he is climbing the tree and then the tree is sitting him down. And then again he is climbing the tree is sitting him down. This is the activity of a little boy and he is happy doing it, and that is life. That's what happens in life. Climbing the tree, that is a part of your journey, half of the journey. So you will climb the tree just like the boy. You will see the ice, crystal-like ice, and then you will understand what ice storms can do when truth will break in, and then the tree, it will not be able to bear your burden, it will set you down. You will come back and then you will start again. So that is the ups and downs of life. And as a modern man, you must face it. There is no way to avoid it. That Nightingale's world is not real, it's imaginary. It's a part of myth. So you can imagine that you are traveling to that world. You may drink some wine and you can hallucinate everything, that you are no longer in this world, you are now part of another world which is very different, but you cannot stay there. You have to come back to life, the reality. That's what the speaker tells us. So here, though there are romantic elements, that romantic escapism, those sensuous imageries, but there is reality. So So that's how the poem has become a realistic one. And a motivational one as well. Do you have any other thoughts? Anything else that comes to your mind? Or any other similarities? And all the poems that you mentioned here, there are similarities, right? Be it Bonalata Sen or Uttaya Nightingale or Tintar Abbey or Lake Isle of Innisfree, there are romantic elements. The Lake Isle of Innisfree and Birches, in these two poems, these two do not belong to the romantic era, but there are some kind of romantic elements. But both of the speakers accept the reality. That is the similarity. And the other poem, we find the transcendentalism there, the escapism there. We find it here also. We find it the difference between innocence and experience. When you are innocent, the ice storm, it will look heavenly, beautiful. And then, when you will become experienced, you will realize what it actually can do. It can also destroy the nature, it can destroy the trees. And that little act of the young boy, it gives us a lesson. It tells us about life. And that gives the speaker inspiration to start from the scratch. So he accepts all the worries. He was wary of considerations. So when he is wary of all the things, life seems like a pathless wood, then he goes back to his childhood. He goes back to nature. He revisits the places where he spent his childhood. And that gives him energy, that gives him hope. And then he comes back to the real world. So we find a journey in this one also. We have one more poem by Robert Frost. Let's read it next day. We have one more poem, Desire. Attendance. I don't understand why there should be marks on attendance. That's fine. Zero 07. 15. 55. Listen, when you will read the poems, be it Robert Frost poem or Esther Pound or William Wordsworth or other poems, think about all the similarities with other literary pieces, because I will give you a presentation on some comparisons. You will draw a comparison between something from your text and something from some other text that's not part of your syllabus.
Previous tricks. Previous.
Yes, you can do that. Thank you.
First step